Hey there, everyone. It is Adam the Tent Guy and Justin from Party Rental Knowledge. Like the title says, we're just nothing scheduled, just two dumb guys talking about things. How you doing, dumb guy?
Did you see my comment? It was Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, that's what your comment was? Okay.
Yeah, but no, we're well-educated men that know
No,
about
so
party rental stuff.
I had someone lined up, but they're going to come on next Tuesday. It's going to be I've had some questions about starting a company, literally just starting off with sailcloth tents. And there's, some people say like you can't, you got to have your staple tents. But it all depends on your market. And he's in a market where sailcloth tents are huge. There's a lot of high-paying jobs in his area, a lot of wealthy people. So all he owns is sailcloth tents, farm tables, and fancy things. So you can do it, and we're going to talk about that next week with him. But I was hoping to have him on tonight, but Justin came in to save the day. Basically, what we're doing is we're just going to talk. I'm going to burp and answer questions and stuff. At the top of this, I wanted to address something. I posted a video earlier, and it was about chairs. These chairs versus these chairs, because everyone's kind of asking, what chair should I get when I start? And there's a controversy because these lifetime chairs, you can just go to Lowe's or Home Depot or Costco or whatever and get these chairs. And I'm not opposed to those chairs if you're kind of like a smaller company where you mostly do bounce houses and maybe you're doing 15 chairs, 20 chairs at a party, maybe only three things or whatever. But Justin, what's the problem with these chairs?
They don't stack whatsoever, and they're big and bulky, and there's just not a rental item really. And they're really, honestly, those things are kind of hard to clean, and they're not fully white, like white. Oh, they're white, but they're not fully white. Like, do you have another picture of an actual white chair?
No, I did this all real quick right before. There's this white chair and these fan backs.
That's all white chair.
See, these chairs are made to stack. They fold and they're made to stack into each other. And you can stack 50 of these on a dolly and put it in the corner of your warehouse, or a trailer or whatever.
So Bob bought these chairs. They're like $75 a piece. But they're all white, and they're like literally there's a picture of like a Jeep standing on four of them.
That's neat.
So, and they have these unique carts they sit in, and like they stack in there. So your customer, all they have to do is like there's a strap, and he puts them in there. I was talking crap about them at first, but now the more I think about them, it's actually really interesting. But he showed me the picture, and there was definitely a Jeep on time, but like I just don't know the scratch and dent longevity point of it. You know what I mean? That's the whole. But it's an interest. He's testing it out. That's the whole thing. Even if it's a bad idea, he's going for it, and that's the only way we learn is by testing things. And
do they still stack on top of each other like Shibari chairs?
Yeah, but they have a cart. Yeah. Listen, he's gonna send him do a video and stuff like that too. But it's very interesting. I think it's really unique. I don't know the company. Which I'll have him talk about it in the group probably, or maybe on this video.
These chairs right here, like I said, they can stack. You can throw them on a dolly. If you have a big hand cart, you can bring them back 50 at a time into people's backyards. These chairs right here don't stack.
Do you have a picture of a chair dolly?
No, I don't.
Did you say dolly? Okay, so like a chair dolly is just like the wood. It's like a 4x4 frame, basically, just like 2x4,
1.5 by 3.5, maybe.
Yeah, 2x4 frames, basically.
Oh, 2x4s, gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But it's like small.
A carpeted dolly with four wheels on it.
Yep,
they're called movers dollies. Yep. And then you stack those chairs on them, and then you ratchet them, and you bring them in people's backyards.
The only difference is the better casters. I like those rubber padded ones. Those are great. Yeah, those are the good ones. But then like it's all about the casters on the bottom because the wheels. Like some of them are good on grass. Not really any of them are really good on grass, but some of them like go over bumps easier. But when you go over grass, you stick a freaking actual real dolly that everybody's used to. Because that's why I made the actual.
Yes, we call them dollies, and
we know what dollies are. But when we're talking about different items, because it's just moving things.
Dolly hand cart,
chair dollies, bounce house dollies, dolly parted.
Right. So this jump JM Party Supplies makes a good point. I mean, he uses them, and it's totally fine, depending on the level you are. But he's correct; they're horrible to handle and take up way too much room. I have jobs where I'm delivering 1,000, 2,000 chairs, and if I had those lifetime chairs, it's going to take up several trucks because they take up so much room. I can fit just about 15. I think it's about 1,500 chairs on carpeted dollies in a 26-foot truck, and I can deliver 1,500 chairs in 30 minutes. Back up to the door, lift gate 3 down at a time, bring them into the building. Those other ones are going to just take forever. And if you've got hundreds of them and you're mainly a tent guy who's whatever, the lifetime chairs are not so much for tent companies, especially once you get past a certain level. If you're just doing, out of your garage, weekend warrior, which I hate that. But if you're just doing that and you've got access to those chairs very cheaply, then go ahead, get those chairs. But if you plan on growing and, warehouse space is going to become a thing, you don't want to take up 1,800 square feet of just chairs when you can take up 800 square feet of the same number of chairs. Many customers like the sturdiness of them for their fat asses. Yes, that's true. But I think the Palmer Snyder ones go up to $350. I don't know the lifetime ones.
Did you see the Clint Hensel one? Palmer Snyder is.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. Yeah, so that's how everyone is, man. Basically, you got to think about what we're in. All the reschedules from last year, all the normal events from this year, and then we got people who were going to be in an event venue, but now they're going to a tent because they're afraid that the state can just cancel on them the day before. So the people that wouldn't normally be in a tent are now in a tent. So like all these companies are scrambling for chairs, tents, and tables and stuff.
And inflatables. Don't try to go buy in a water slide right now.
Really?
Oh, if you might get the cool, listen, they might have the stuff nobody wanted in stock, but it doesn't mean so.
He said he hit that point already. Found some of those chairs at Home Depot. The same 10 chairs, 180 weight chairs, plastic feet, and backrest, free shipping. The thing is with the lifetime chairs,
$18. Normally we get them for less than $12.
Yeah, exactly. Someone if you're really price conscientious, F the lifetime chairs. They're like $20. I saw online. I've seen the chairs. These chairs over here for about $8.99. Some companies have them for $8.99. Some $10. Palmer Snyder's like $12 or $13. That's you're saving money to begin with, but on top of saving money by buying these chairs, you're saving money by making your life more efficient and saving money on warehouse space and everything. And even if you don't have a hand cart, you can carry 10 of these into someone's backyard in one trip.
I'm 350 pounds. And I've been sitting on one of those regular Palmer Snyder chairs in my living room because I've been too cheap to grab something. I just use it as instead of a computer chair, I just use one of those. I game on it. So I'm closer instead of sitting on my couch.
Right.
But now I'm just stuck in front of this computer. But I think it's funny because it held up the entire winter. And I'm big. It was like an experiment too. That's another thing about it. I was curious, but they're solid chair. He's actually in Florida. He's in Fort Myers where I used to live. Shout out to Pine Island, Mr. Francisco Vargas. So
Francisco Vargas, I'm guessing you bought 100 from Shivari Chair Sales
in Miami.
They're the ones. I think that they're around $10 from them. I don't know. Global Event Sales is around $10. Palmer Snyder, I believe, makes the best ones.
Was he talking about $20 a chair?
Yeah, so he paid $20 a chair for his lifetime, but I understand it. He needed them ASAP. Sometimes I've gone to Lowe's and bought plastic tables because I was out of them and then brought them back afterwards. Because I'm not a fan of plastic tables. Oh, Global's no longer in Miami. I saw that. I was looking them up.
Really?
I think they're in Maryland now.
Probably for tax reasons.
Exactly. 1037. Pick the chairs up at their warehouse. So Justin's giving away a bounce house to me. Right?
It's not a bounce house. It's actually a water slide from Jump Orange. It's a 15-foot water slide. It's a jellyfish water slide. It's electric. Dude, I don't want to give it away. I'm gonna end up getting the same one because I'm just like, oh, dude, this thing's sick. Actually, like, it's a 15-foot water slide. It's literally like it reminds me of the 90s. It's like blue, purple, and white. It's great. You don't have a picture? You could have took a picture and put it up, couldn't you?
I know it's hard. You got to download a picture, then you got to import it into here.
I could have sent it to you, man. Wow, you're gonna ask me a question. Like
they're gonna just tell
a video on it.
Direct people to your video so they can see it.
There's a video on it. There's all. Listen, if you don't know, like, just do a video about it.
Right. So, anyways, why are you giving this away? Like, what's happening?
I don't know. Like,
how do you get it? How do you win it?
I don't know yet. I'm still like, so I really don't want to like make anybody mad. So like, what I really would love is for somebody who's like the underdog to get it, to somebody who needs it, like who has less than a certain amount of units. And then you have like multi-million-dollar companies in the groups too. But I also want to like, oh, well, you can only win it if you're this, you know what I mean? If you're this. So I'm trying to keep it fair. I don't know how, like there's spin wheels and all that. I'm just trying to think of what like the group thinks and what everybody in the whole thinks. If some of these big people think like, listen, you know what? I don't even want it. I'm not even going to enter. Then I'm just going to do, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to do a poll. And like if I do like a survey, it'd be on your honor system if you say you're only between 1 and 3 years. But I want to use that information to actually value because I want to like benefit certain people. I want to make sure because honestly, I do a lot of stuff for the newbies, and the veterans are the ones that actually miss out within the group the most. I do give them a lot of information. There's people who do stick around, but like the channel is really geared to newbies, and I want to give that value for everybody. That's what I'm really giving. So I think it'd be cool to let them in on the water slide too. And the real question is, I really want to know is, what do you think? How should I give it away? And then I'll decide. Because I'm not giving it away right away. It's not coming fresh to your door. I'm using it first for the first year so I can actually teach you about it and review their products and show their products too. And Jump Orange is sponsoring them all so that I can give it away too. It's just a get. Like I could keep it. They wanted me to keep it at first, but I was just like, well, you know what I mean? I can do videos on it forever, but what if I made a big spectacle about it? I wanted to give it away to the underdog. Like, I'd rather give it away to somebody who could use it. Now everybody's going nuts about it, and it's like, okay, maybe I'm onto something. So what if I got other products or something like that and started giving them away?
Right. So on the tails of Justin, I'm going to try to get a tent company to give me a complete 20 by 20 and to give it away too. But I don't really call up these people. Justin's got more moxie than me. I kind of just sit back and just be like, if someone calls me and wants to do something. But if any of you guys know a tent manufacturer who wants to get a bunch of videos made and get hyped up or whatever and a tent given away, let me know.
I don't like doing this. I like just talking to the audience. I don't want to ask. I don't like asking for stuff like in here. I'll call you up and say, hey, it'll work out for the both of us. But I don't like, you know what I mean? I don't like asking online in front of everybody. All I know is that me and you really seriously care about the viewers. That's something interesting. Like we really care. I care about you. Like I could sell you a lot of things right now, and I really try. Like, and I really don't want to. Like I try to keep people back. I tell people not to. I tell brands, listen, I'm not gonna say that. Like, you know, just like I have no problem saying. Just like you said, I have no problem talking to these people. I have no problem saying no to. I'm not like you're not going to see me push a mega on any of these channels or anything like that. That's a very good question.
Did I make the black and rolls yet? No, I just ordered a bunch of pallets of concrete so that I don't have to go to Lowe's and buy 15, 12 at a time. So pallets are coming to my door. I'm going to make one a day, see if I can make 2 a day. I got to talk to Randy again because he told me how to do it. And
Randy's in here too. Talk crap, Randy. But listen, we got a bunch of questions. Go up.
Yeah, I will. Let me talk about Randy first of all. Randy's one of the coolest guys I ever met. Randy's awesome. Randy sends me things like, check this out. You might want to buy this. Randy's building a horse bar trailer too.
I had second dibs on that trailer.
Randy Hamilton is probably the coolest guy I have ever met in my entire life. there was a question about food. What are your thoughts on providing food such as mini donuts, popcorn, etc.? Do you need a food license to rent out food equipment? You don't need a food license to rent out the equipment because you're just renting it to them. It's on them. But if you're there making the food, I think in some states you're going to need some sort of thing.
I just did a whole conference on Snowy, and most of it's not just like the actual shaved ice stuff, but it's actual like concession things in general. So first of all, talk to the health department in your state, and it can vary not only by state but by county, sometimes city or town. And then most places require you to have all, when you're serving, you have to have a 3-basin sink somewhere or access to one.
Right.
When you're making things or anything like that. So you got to go through like health inspectors and stuff like that. They're like, you're going to want to have insurance. It's very big things.
So for us rental people, it's just, we are just renting the item. It don't matter. You don't need it if you're just giving the customer the item.
Well, it depends if you're actually, so say I'm giving, it depends. Watch this now. You can rent a snow cone machine or a shaved ice machine. And if you actually provide syrup that's enclosed and bought, like sealed, that's made in a place with a 3-basin sink, it's basically just a place with a 3-basin sink, a commissary that you could actually get somewhere for like $100. You could rent somewhere out and make enough syrup for the
Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. That's where we got ours. Or kitchen supply store near you. There's in every town or within 50 miles of you, there's going to be someone who sells used kitchen supply stuff.
So now simple syrup, which is all the snow cone flavors, and that which I give out by the quart for every time somebody rents, and then they can buy it by the quart as well. You can make that literally 5 pounds of sugar and one. Okay, I won't tell the whole thing.
Yeah. Because we got a lot of questions, and I want to get.
Yeah, you're right. But listen, how about that's a good teaser. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, guys.
Yeah, on Justin's channel, he's going to teach you how to make your own syrup and then get your flavors elsewhere.
It's just mind blowing the amount. Like, think of it. It's the amount of shipping. You're shipping water.
Right.
There's a lot of water.
Do I plan on getting a tent washer soon, or do I already have one? I don't already have one. There's actually an auction in Maryland where there was one up for sale, and I put a $5,000 bid on it, but it's already went up to $32,000. It's probably more than that now. But that was just because I thought I was going to get one cheap. No, my roommate in college has a huge tent company in Rochester, New York. We were roommates in college. That's where I got the idea to start a tent company. And he's got a massive, massive tent washer. He built $1 million section off his building just so he can wash tents, and then a conveyor system to hang them and carry them all around that building. And he either does it cheap or free. Basically what happens is he needs stuff during the year, and we bring it up tally, and then I will go and just wash tents. Sometimes he just doesn't even charge me because I'll just send 2 guys out there that his guy taught how to do the washer, and they'll just spend the whole day washing things, bring them back, and then we'll put them up the next day. So a $60,000 to $120,000 tent washer. My friend lives 2 hours away. I'm kind of lucky that he is a rich guy and did so well.
When are you going to do the warehouse tour?
I have a tour of his warehouse. It was just a quick one, but that's on my channel.
No, it's not a tour of his warehouse.
Yeah, I walked through the whole warehouse.
That wasn't the whole warehouse.
Yeah,
not with the new tent washer, and it wasn't really explained or with him.
No, I just ran through real quick. I want to get him on the channel one night, but he's a really busy man. When he's home with his family, he like cuts everything off.
Yeah, you can get him on. Pull the string. Tell him stop being a little.
Right. What's the biggest months to advertise heavy? April, May, starting to get grad party orders. What month are we in right now? March. So I would do March, April, and May. Just put as many free Facebook posts as you can, and always say like, "Hey, gonna run out. Don't be that person who calls 2 weeks before." Whatever. Actually, I run out basically. I'll probably run out next week or the next 2 weeks because I have return customers who I always tell, listen, there's not enough tents in all of this area to do every single grad party. So call January, call February. And then usually I'm booked up by the end of February or March.
There's tents that I can't do, and there's events that I won't do. And don't be afraid to say no. You just did a video on that too. And I literally tell people, listen, I got this, and that, but I can't do that for you. But just because I can't do a 60 by 160 foot tent doesn't mean you can't get one. But call right now. Don't sleep on it. Call right now.
Yeah, you have to call
right now. Just call. And the fact that you're giving them that information, and I tell people that I don't own certain things. They're like, "Oh, you're really honest." I'm like, "Yes, I don't own a 40 by 100, but I own everything that can go underneath one, and I have no problem subbing that tent. And I can make a little bit off that too." And I tell them that because I'm not going to mess things up. So I have no problem letting them know how I operate, and I also let them know that I'm very aggressive and I'm and I'm very much expanding. So. Check in and start looking at what I'm doing, because don't sleep on just in case party rentals, because I'm not playing around. Just like I'm not just playing with party rental knowledge.
So yeah, same thing. When I'm on the phone with someone and say we're out of the tent, I say, hey, we can do all the tables and chairs, but honestly, it'd be easier for you to get it all from one company. And then I also say the same thing. I'm like, listen, even I know you might not be able to get some of this stuff from me, but you want to do this now, no matter if it's with me or not. Even when I just give a normal quote on the phone, I say, hey, you may go with me, you may not, but if you don't go with me, I'm still going to tell you that you need to do this as quick as possible.
Will. Somebody else will. I'll get my stuff out. I'm not worried.
No, I don't know. I'm just. I try. I say to them.
Don't say that, but I would.
No, what I'm saying to them is, if you don't go with me, you're going to want to get this done within the next week, because another company is going to be in the same position as me. It's going to be gone. And usually by me, being kind of humble and just giving them as most information as I can, just saying you may need to go with someone else because we don't have this, or you may not like our prices or whatever. Just make sure you get this done, because tents are going to run out for graduation.
Yeah. And
then usually they're just like, all right, I'm just going to go with you.
Or if you don't
even if you're $100 more.
If you don't have something unique that they're looking for and somebody else does.
What is your opinion? Oh, sorry. What is your opinion on your games such as Connect 4 or Cornhole? Worth the investment or a waste of time?
Go for it.
Worth it. 100%. They're, first of all, they're fairly cheap, and they're just add-ons. Back before I had games, say I was doing a $300 job, if I could have added a game or two, plus some cocktail tables, plus some garbage cans, plus a butt depot, that could add up to another $100. And if I'm doing 10 events a weekend, if I can get all those things out to every single thing as an add-on, just for a little bit of extra money, that's another $1,000 I could have been making back then. They don't take up a lot of room in the truck or trailer. They can actually go on top of things. Yes, get games. Whoever's doing your phone calls, always try to upsell things. The main things we upsell are cocktail tables, garbage cans, butt depots, and a restroom trailer. And if it's a graduation party or something, we try to upsell games as well. They're just easy, simple, inexpensive things.
The way I see it, if you really have, so what I feel is the reason I succeed at this stuff is because I've seen so many just think of how many parties you went to and all the stuff there. It's the way I look at it, because I always notice this stuff. So maybe I'm actually looking. Everybody, believe me, I'm drinking while I'm doing it too. But I just like to see everything that's at different events. And then I think, okay, well, this person's having this event. So how can I enhance that event? How can you make that event more special? What's going to fit? If they're talking about a princess party, don't offer them the T-Rex shark combo. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? You just want to see what can you fit in there? What makes sense?
Pink cotton candy.
A foam machine.
Right.
What if I had pink coloring for it?
Yeah. So all these things,
you know what I mean? Just bring.
They're inexpensive for you to buy. They're inexpensive for the person to rent, but it's going to add another $50 to an order. And you do that to every single order, however many orders you're doing that weekend. Yes. Games and stuff. I say get unique games like giant ladder ball, giant beer pong. On your cornholes, get a vinyl sticker to put on there that says your company name so everyone knows it.
I actually had a company offer me locally that makes them to have their company. They'll give me a free one if I did their company. I should have took it. Instead, I chose to do a buffalo on there. But honestly, he offered me a free cornhole to just have his company logo so people can buy them from him. And I should have done that because honestly, the thing with cornhole, you're not going to rent it a lot. Okay, so you're not going to.
I got 5 of them, and they rent out all 5 pretty much every single weekend. And I think I do them for $20, so that's an extra $100.
It's because you do it for $20. I rent it out for $50.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Maybe I should lower my price a little bit, but the thing is, you rent them out for $50. I bought it for like $75. So to rent, you know what I mean? So even at $20, like it's crazy, you know what I mean? But it's just I just don't want the thing. I like to keep them nice. Either way, I don't know. I'm not in it for the smalls. If you want to add the smalls, and I got discounts at certain tiers. That's why I go higher, so I can always go lower. Can't raise the price. You can always lower it.
Clint's looking for a 4x120, but he's never laced it up. He's in Lake City, Michigan, which is not that far. I think, 5 hours from me? How far is it from you?
Michigan's probably like 6 hours from me.
Okay, so 8 hours. So Clint,
depends if it's like higher though. I don't know.
Clint, if you want to come to Rome, Utica, New York, sometime in the summer, in the beginning, I think my first 40 wide is May 22nd. If you want to come, I will teach you how to lace. I went out to my friend's company in Rochester because I never laced up a tent before. And I bought 40 wides. So I went out one time when he was doing a 60 wide and learned how to lace. And then the next week I went back home and laced up my 40 wide just fine. It's fairly easy.
You learn to ride a bike. I
have videos of it on my channel, but like you can learn it from there. But like hands on, one time you're good. Going back to this one, magic erasers and elbow grease.
Hold on. Okay. If you come to see Adam, ask him to show you his eyes.
All right, everyone, let's address this. I have eyeballs that look like a 5th grader had drawn them tattooed on my butt. Basically, my graduation present from my mother was a 30-day trip to Europe. And it's this company called Kentucky where you got to be 18 to 35, I think. So it's all young people. And there was this Australian guy who had really, really nice eyeballs, like, variegated and colored and great. And it was just the funniest thing ever. And we'd be in the ocean and he'd be like humpback whale and pull down this thing in pants and come up and you'd see the eyeballs. And it was just really funny. So when I got home, I was like, that was really funny. I'm 18, impressionable. I got eyeballs tattooed. And the guy, when he was doing it, he's like, you want me to make these look really good? And I was like, no, I want you to make them look like a 5th grader did them. So I have really horrible eyeballs on my butt. Let's go. All right, magic erasers and elbow grease. We do the magic erasers and elbow grease with all our sidewalls and sometimes like 20 wides. Magic erasers are magic.
Put the eyeball comment up.
Hold up.
Put the eyeballs up.
This is my girlfriend. She sees those eyeballs all the time.
Put NWI. Put the eyeball.
There we go.
I love this group.
Let's see. Let me go back. Yes, lacing is really easy. Here we go. I don't know if Indiana is closer.
Really easy. Jesus.
So Clint, you can go see NWI tents and events in Indiana. I did not make my own cornhole in the game. I found a guy local to me who makes them really nice and customizes them. I paid too much for mine. But yes, just look up a YouTube video how to make your own.
They're so easy. Honestly, don't even make your own. There's always a guy local and it's cheap. Buy a bunch of it. Or
then just buy the sticker.
But they make the giant Jenga as well. Normally the same guy usually makes that. And they make Yardsy too. Like they make all those. I buy them all. Then he then just get them down on the price a little bit. That's what I did locally. I almost had I had the guy on. He didn't think I'm a serious YouTuber, I guess. So he didn't want to come on the channel. So, but I was like, listen, dude, I go buy your stuff from him. He makes good stuff. I have all his stuff. It was pretty cheap too. I got a really good deal on bulk, so you can ship it. But I mean, you could buy it anywhere. But some people are lazy. They just rather me tell you somewhere to go, but you can really find somewhere local. Amazon has them for pretty much cheap too, but then you gotta pay
and then just
but you can buy it local.
Buy stickers and then put them on yourself. What companies do I sub-rent linens from? So I was originally with A1 Textile. They're in New Jersey. And this was a long time ago. I forget why I left them. But I went to Ultimate Textile, also in New Jersey, because they're one-day ship from me. They're all over the place. So basically what you want to do is you want to find one that's a one-day ship from you so that you can get last-second orders in. Last second by at least 3 days beforehand, just in case UPS messes anything up. The secret is most rental companies do not own their own linens. I mean, some of the bigger ones do, who have a whole crew that can wash them and clean them. But I never wanted to. I don't want to store them. I don't want to clean them. I did buy a bunch of linens once and tried it out, and I hated it. Absolutely hated it. So what you do is you just rent them from these companies. They mail them to you. And then you upcharge like crazy. Like I could get a linen from them for $10. I'm renting that same linen for $21, sometimes $28, because you also have to factor in that you're paying half the shipping. Most of these companies pay one half of the shipping towards you, and you're paying it back. And then they have this big giant bag that you just stuff the linens in, put the return label in, and bring it to UPS. And you don't have to clean them. You don't have to do anything.
What about quick covers?
Quick covers, don't even bother, dude. I know the guy who invented them. You got to buy them, and then you got to sell them to the customer. I don't like them.
I found a way to use them. I don't like them in general, but I found a way. You ready?
Yeah.
Gender reveals, blue, pink, and white. That's all you're ever going to really want to rent or buy. And then you can upsell just having them in general and part of the party package. You know what I mean? And that's really the best way, in my opinion, or sell them wholesale, just blue and pink. Because come on, right now.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
But no, sir. Yeah, like blue and pink. That's all. That's it.
Guys, everyone go subscribe or whatever. Follow my Instagram. I will put it on my Instagram. Okay. And my Instagram is also used for like just short little videos, me scaring my employees, little things that aren't worthwhile of making a whole YouTube video, plus my cats and my life. But I try to keep it like, tent centric. The Instagram link is in the description or whatever, but it's the.tent_guy.
Yo, let's talk about Patreon, man.
1 second. Let's do these real quick.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
What about renting coolers? Yes. Go to Walmart and buy a $50 120 quart cooler. I rent them out for, I think, $15. I got a whole bunch. They go out pretty much every single weekend. You? Keep it quick.
Don't sleep on coolers. I'm going to do a video on them later because I have a crazy idea. I'll show you sometime once everybody in my area figures out what I'm doing.
Oh, we'll get to that one in a second. This one. So he makes tent side poles out of oak hardwood. Yes, when I first began, I bought 14-foot 2x4s. I painted them white because I just bought non-treated lumber. I screwed a hole in there. I bought 9-inch nails, which I liked buying 9-inch nails because of the band. I cut off the tip, the head, and just hammered them in. And I had my own side poles. I think it was $8 for a 14-foot piece. I cut it into 7-foot. And so basically really cheap side poles. Yes, you can make your own side poles. Now I don't even want to spend the time, so I just order them. And they're just a few dollars more than me making them myself. I bought spandex linens. They look nice. I haven't had to wash them yet. So I have a bunch of spandex linens for cocktail tables, but I'm going to buy like another 30, 40, 50 more because they're just so easy. You just throw them in a washer, throw them in the dryer. You don't have to iron them. And then you can make another $15 on it. What?
What are the cost of those?
So if you buy them off of Amazon, they're like $8 to $10.
Dude, I might be getting rid of quick covers.
Yeah. I also bought.
You could do the same idea with those, couldn't you not?
Yeah. So I do this one place. I do a Harley Davidson. like every other week or every 3 weeks or whatever. They always have some sort of event. So I bought the spandex linens for them because they were renting 10 cocktail tables at a time and then 10 linens. So I figured, let me just buy the spandex and I'll just keep making money. And then they're renting 2 6-foot tables. So I bought 2 6-foot spandex linens for that. So, I mean, I'm charging more than I paid for the linens. Every other week, Harley Davidson is doing this party. They've smartened up though, and they've bought their own.
I like that you just did that video on Harley Davidson, and you're like, so they canceled this event. I already delivered the stuff and all that, and they're just like, and you just charged them delivery, and that was it. And you're like, oh, would I charge them the full price? So you don't like I visited you once or twice, and the second time I visited you, you did that shit. I went with you to that place. So I already know you actually were serious that you go there a lot, and you were there talking about going there because you bought that Harley from them too.
Yeah.
It's just, this is my opinion. You have the video on how you have stickers on there. You want to deter the customers from doing things by telling them you're going to charge stuff. But if you charge a customer that extra $20 when they did something stupid and they rent from you twice a year, you might lose a customer.
Yeah.
You might lose a $600 job over trying to charge them an extra $20 that you made over $300 or $400 profit on. Who's really losing?
Yeah. Let me give some backstory for the people who didn't see the video. I dropped off 10
Let them watch it.
No, it's all right. 10 cocktail tables and 10 linens to Harley Davidson on a Thursday, I think. Whatever day it was. The next day they called and said, hey, the event's canceled. It was going to be outside. They have this big patio where they bring a food truck in and the band and stuff. And said, it's going to rain. It's canceled. Can you give us a break on it? They were kind of thinking I was going to charge them half price. I'm like, no. All I'm going to do is charge you the $30 because every single week in the summer, they rent a 20 by 20 that we put up on a Thursday. We put up Thursday morning. They use it Thursday night. We go get it Friday morning as our first thing, and then bring it to the next customer's house. So every single weekend, I'm getting that 20 by 20 out twice. Then in the winter, not this past winter, but just starting up again, every other week, they're doing some event with 10 cocktail tables, a bar, and linens and stuff. So I'm not going to be like, no, you owe me the full price for that, for this customer. And they're only 5 minutes from my warehouse. So I just charged them. I said, I'm only going to charge you $30. Actually, today, they called and rescheduled. So we sent them the new order with the $30 thing in there. I mean, they're a good customer.
Wait, with the $30 off?
No. I told her, I said, don't send a check for this one. We'll just put that $30 on the next one. There's no point in you sending us a $30 check plus tax or whatever. We'll just put it in the next one.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So they rescheduled. They have the $30 delivery fee, plus they have another line item that says delivery from previous order.
Yeah, that person, NWI10, said it was a good call. I thought the same thing when you're making a video.
My whole area does higher end coolers that will keep ice for days. I ended up doing the same to me. Oh, that's cool. Also, on coolers, fill and chill tables are huge. People just love them. They just love fill and chill tables. I don't even have enough fill and chill tables.
I get calls for them.
They're like $250 a piece, but I mean, you can rent them out for $25. Yeah, fill and chill. People just love fill and chill tables. I bought the white ones, and I still have them. My suggestion is to buy the black ones. It's going to hide dirt because they get kind of scraped around. From Argo Bag sells covers for them, and Argo Bag is a really good company, but their website sucks. You have to actually call them and ask for a brochure.
Okay, here we go. This is where we get real here. What's the difference between like Argo Bag and Rental Innovations?
Well, Rental Innovations doesn't have everything yet. Rental Innovations has a good website, and you can order things online and stuff. And they're slowly building everything up. They're getting everything that Argo Bag has, but Rental Innovations doesn't have the fill and chill table covers yet. But Argo Bag is a company that gives you protective covers for your equipment, and so is Rental Innovations. But he's a younger guy. Argo Bag is owned by like an older lady, and they don't have
Brian
a good website.
Ain't young either. Brian's not young at all.
Yeah, he's younger
compared to what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually really interesting.
trying to find the Argo bag thing. But Justin, talk for a second.
It says I can't pull this one up. I want to pull this comment up. Pop this comment up real quick for me. It says, Justin, what you think about dropping bounce houses off on Fridays and picking up on Sundays? So I'm actually going to do this for the 4th of July because the 4th of July, I think, happens on a Saturday this year or a Sunday. Is it Sunday? I think
no idea.
Pretty sure it's a Sunday. So instead of flipping everything for on Saturday to Sunday and doing a little bit on Friday, I'm just going to charge double. And then I'm actually going to just rent everything out for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and then pick up on Monday. If you have a tent thing, I'm going to set it up on Thursday if you have a tent with a job. So you get even more value just so I'm not stressed and I can actually party on the 4th. It's my favorite holiday. But yeah, but I get paid double for the price of doing one job, and I don't have to get instead of getting paid triple for the 3 days
and busting your ass
and busting my butt. You know what I mean? Like first of all, you're getting messed up on the 4th. Most people aren't doing stuff that Sunday,
right?
Like you might have the kids use it for a little bit, but even if they do, whatever, they might use me the next year, and I'm not doing it every year. You could have done that I seen people do that last year, and I was like, oh, that was the move. Because I would have made more money doing that last year, actually, than what I did flipping units. So, and you got to get your marketing on point. You could possibly make more money, but that's a lot more work. I'm talking about doing it once and getting paid double.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right.
And getting the party.
I found it. So what you need to do is you got to call 800-604-3456 to get this. And in here, they sell ratchets. Where are we at? Ratchets. They sell protective covers for everything. They sell fill and chill covers. They sell tent bags. Argo bag is kind of weird. Most of the things that Argo bag sells, you can get from Rental Innovations now. But for the fill and chill covers, we'll have to talk to Brian about that he needs to make fill and chill covers. What do you use to line the fill and chills? Nothing. It's a plastic table with a drain on the bottom. People just either take off the drain thing, which they lose all the time, which you can just replace with a Mountain Dew cap. Don't buy the caps from them because they charge a lot. You can just use a Mountain Dew. Not every soda cap works. Coke doesn't work. Pepsi doesn't work. But Mountain Dew does work. So if you got employees who drink Mountain Dew, have them save your caps.
Good old-fashioned Mountain Dew.
Yeah. And then you can replace that cap, or they just tip it over and dump it.
That's actually really interesting.
Do I have a business lawyer? No, I just copied my friend's. My friend paid for a lawyer to do a contract, and he just gave me it, and I just changed the wording a little bit. But a lot of people do have to go get their contracts made up by a lawyer. I have a CPA.
You can get a basic contract that your insurance will actually require from your insurance company. They'll give you a list of things they actually require to be on the contract, and that's good enough.
That's good advice.
I hope so.
I think we're running out of questions here.
I dropped $600 for contracts redone.
Justin, you're good at talking. Just talk for a second. I gotta get another beer.
Oh, okay. So, yes, Party Rental Knowledge Group is the best group you've ever been in, and I'm telling you because we're actually serious about growing it. We are a little goofy. We have fun. We probably drink a little bit too much on Tuesdays sometimes, but this is probably like the last actual preseason actual event that we're gonna do this year, right? This is probably one of the last preseason events we're really gonna do before we actually get stupid busy. That's why we have that Patreon. It's gonna get real here for everybody, guys. And I'm not gonna I'm very active during the winter, and so is Adam. But we're not gonna be able to answer everybody's questions as fluently. We're gonna still do the live streams. We're scheduled in. We're gonna do this. And be able to answer questions during this, but we're not going to be able to we're not going to be able to just sit there and cater to your every win. I'll sit in a group and answer questions all day. But
yeah, so
if I'm out on the road delivering, it's not happening. Same thing with him.
I get very uncomfortable during this conversation. I hate. All right, I love it with you guys. I make a lot of money in my temp business, and then I got this, and I'm like, hey, if you want to talk to me, you gotta pay me. But what it is so much is when I first started doing this, I was going too crazy, answering every single question everywhere. What it does is it just pares it down so I can focus or whatever, and I don't charge that much. It just makes me more able to focus.
It's really just during the busy season too, because we're super active. I'll do whatever all day long during the winter months. Same thing with you, pretty much. We get bored almost, and we're really nerdy if you haven't noticed when it comes to this stuff. So we'll talk about it all day long. But just during the summer, it's like, listen, I talk to him almost every day, and I know, like, you know what I mean. I talk to a lot of people, a lot of business owners. Oh, I got a phone call. Oh, I got a business owner. You know what I mean? Oh, I got, you know what I mean? I got to take this. And then we'll actually just call each other in between. And I'm like we'll do like 10 minutes of conversation, and like there'll be like 20-minute gaps as we're working on our website and getting phone calls while we're working. But it's just hanging out, really. That's how we network. But we get really busy, and it is getting time here. But then again, it might snow this week in New York, but let's not go there.
This girl right here, who is my girlfriend, does not have any idea how busy it's gonna get.
Oh yeah, pull this up because this is how, no, the one right below it. Pull that up real quick. So Jump Orange sends tarps, and this is how you know I'm supremely honest. And I hope Jump Orange hear this. Their tarps are trash. Don't even send them. It's like, honestly, just save money. Like, don't even
Harbor Freight.
No. I'm saying about you don't buy tarps from Jump Orange. The tarps that they're sending are just basically, you're sending us a tarp, but I would care less if you didn't send me a tarp. It wouldn't matter to me. It's just to be honest with you. I'm just being real.
Well, don't use it for under the bounce house then. Use it when a customer doesn't have a garage or anywhere to put your tables and chairs.
You're going to put it over piss and use it once on.
Right. Just use it. Just give it to a customer who doesn't have a garage or anywhere to put your tables and chairs, so that if it rains, then they're covered.
Even that, I don't even know. It's just, listen. They gave you a tarp. It's a marketing ploy. I feel like, oh, we're giving you a tarp and that. And I'm sponsored by Jump Orange. And I'm saying this because that's why I'm serious. I'm very real about being serious with things.
Right.
You could do without the tarp. It doesn't matter. Is it a tarp? Yes. You know what I mean? The same thing with some of the Harbor Freight tarps. You could buy a cheaper version with them too. It's just a waste of me. Okay, I should put a disclaimer out here. I'm hashtag tarping sucks anyways, if you didn't know. So like, I don't believe in tarps fully anyways. I believe in just cleaning fees, but and not charging. You're going to clean the bounce house anyways. I feel like you shouldn't set yourself up for mud, and you should have a spare tarp in there, but not all occasions actually call for tarps. That's my opinion.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
It depends on your area too. Like, I would not tell somebody in the desert area or in like Arizona not to tarp their wet units, because that's just a mistake. You know what I mean? You would not tarp your unit on a beach. And I can't wait to do that. Leisure Activities has a new tarping system with like a Velcro patch in the front of the unit. I'm actually intrigued to see this. I just bought units from last year, and they just designed that this year. So,
yeah, guys,
I like this one. Beer drinking game. If Justin starts talking about bounce houses, we take a shot. Let's go. Final.
Yeah, I only drink on Tuesdays.
Yeah, what is that second one?
It's fun for me.
Oh, that's your Facebook one.
Yeah, whenever I post something, it posts both. There's my shirts I made. Hashtag tarping, tarp life. Hashtag tarping sucks.
I'm thinking about doing a merch store. Well, that's what we were talking about before. We were talking about Patreon. I started a Patreon too, in case so my Patreon is, I'm gonna start doing weekly video or monthly videos once a month in my Patreon for $5, just to kind of support the channel, and do it personalized. I might do a live, like another personalized live. I'm probably gonna do a personalized live stream just for those people.
Well, you took a Patreon from me, and I actually took a gate. I sent them to you. I had a guy sign up we're going to talking about starting tent companies. Then he saw a live video of you and me, and he's like, no, I'm switching to bounce houses. So I was like, dude, I can't really help you there. You want to go over to Justin. So he's canceled with me, and he's going over to you.
And that's why I thought, like, okay, so I can answer. Like, feel free to post in the group if I see your stuff, and I can comment. I'll comment, but I try not to just. I can't just put everything. I can't be I'm not omnipotent. I can't be everywhere at once. So I was thinking $5. I'm going to put on a show once a month for those people, and then $50. You can call me twice a month. $30 conversation or 30-minute conversations. So for $25, or it's going to be one emergency call per month. So if you're on a job and like, listen, I don't know what to do. Like, I need help. Like, call me. I will try and chop what I'm doing and get you going. It might not be the full 30 minutes, but I'll make sure you're like set. You know what I mean?
Tell them how we became friends.
I was on your Patreon.
No, first you did the free phone call off of clarify.fm.
Yeah, whatever that is. You promoted it and I got it. Social media works. You got it.
Yeah. Then you did $50 Patreon phone calls whenever you want. I just do it whenever you want. You kind of just text message me and say, hey, can you talk tonight? And I say,
it's supposed to be 2 times a week. I will, like, during certain times of the year, if I'm not busy, or if you catch me during certain times of the week, like I'm pretty free. I'll talk to anybody whenever. I really don't care. But when I'm busy, just don't be afraid. Like, don't be mad at me when I say I'm busy, because I'm busy.
Right. Yeah, that's everyone who text messages me knows that. Hey, can you talk tonight? And I'll say I can't or I can, and we just schedule a time. And then you were a Patreon of $50 a month for maybe 3 or 4 months, and then you came out and you worked an entire day, which was like a lifesaver. Because
to clarify, like, what type of stuff did I ask when I was on your page? Like, see, you might think, oh, I'm a business owner that has so much value. I make already freaking $100,000 a year. Like,
we barely talked about business.
Well, yeah, we didn't. I wanted to talk about business, but you needed me for the tent stuff. But what I'm talking about is before. I got something in my teeth?
No, I do.
Sorry.
Oh. That's something.
No, so
I forget I'm on camera. I shouldn't be doing this and whatever.
You got me. No, so seriously, I called you beforehand before we actually met. I asked you for like just actually getting information. Like, yeah. I wanted to know like tax information because you're in New York too, so with the same taxes, it's a lot of the stuff is the same. So that's the type of stuff I asked you for. Then I went to go like help. You're like, listen, I'm slammed today. I need help. Can you help me? So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll help you. You're trying to teach me how to do a clove hitch. And I'm looking at you like, you're like, are you really?
Yeah, that was funny. Like everyone else who has come out hasn't known stuff, and I'm trying to teach you things, and you know everything. And then you were really, really helpful on that 30 by 60 frame tent. Like, because guys, I'm not kidding you. The person who I had, because like someone had to leave for college. It was a girl. It was a cousin of one of my other employees, and she was kind of beefy and whatever. But she had broke her leg like 6 months before that, and she limped, and she loved to talk. Just she would stop and talk. It's like, no, talk and keep moving. But anyways, we had her stay back and clean chairs, and Justin came out and set up that 30 by 60 frame tent. Actually, it was a whole day thing. We actually left early. We actually left early from it because I was trying to save my marriage, which ended up not happening. But anyways, Justin came out, and then that night we got pizza and wings and soda, and I was like, yo, you can delete the thing now. Like, we're buddies now.
We're friends now. I saw his eyes, so it got real personal.
Yeah, my girlfriend knows Justin's name real well. I'm like, Justin's calling.
Yeah, I call daily. I'll bug everybody. But listen, I keep him on. Like, he got me into YouTube. He was a YouTuber first, but I want him to be like, why can't we just be YouTubers? But like with actual value.
This is Jordan. 2 of my employees actually moved to Jordan's town. I don't know if they called him yet. I gave him his number.
Really?
But Seamus and Ethan, which both of them are just like amazing dudes. They work hard. They like working. They're funny dudes. So hopefully they have called him and hired him. If they haven't, Jordan, get a hold of me. I'll just give you their numbers so you can call them. They were doing like a road trip down there. They were having fun while they're going down there. So I don't even know if they're down there yet. But no, I'm not backsetting employees. I have a lot of employees lined up. I actually have more than I need. So I'm going to have to decide how I break it down to people. Okay, let's get to some of these questions. Justin, do you use the jump orange stakes?
Yes. I try to, whatever manufacturer gives you the stakes, use those stakes for them. Yeah. Or use the stakes that are ATSM rated. I think they're like about 3 feet or 20 something inches. Look at the ATSM standards for that. It's that Hogan Stakes makes them. You can use those because those are just as good. They might be bigger than them, but don't use any stakes that are not recommended by the manufacturer, that are not given by the manufacturer. Not given by the manufacturer, because it's just a liability.
Or you want bigger ones? Manufacturer or bigger ones?
You don't. No, not just bigger. It has to be ATSM rated, because I was using, I'll tell you right now, I was using tent stakes because I thought I could save money because I do tents. And in reality, I can get in trouble for that. Okay. Because it's more sturdy and it's too sturdy. Those stakes are meant to give, and that's part of the building guidelines and like the actual. Okay. So listen, and like we gotta start putting disclaimers, because like everything we say is just advice, and you want to actually just like do your due diligence in your state. Yeah. Like we're not in your state. Like I don't want to be that place to like have to say like, okay, talk to your person. Like, okay, we're giving you financial advice, but we're not financial experts, so talk to your CPA. I'm not at that level yet. It'll probably have to get to that level because we're in a freaking suing culture. But like, you know what I'm saying. Right. But I'm serious. Like, I really I'm just out here trying to help people. Right. I want you to definitely like give ideas. Not like we're not. Every place is so different. We'll never be able to like. I don't want to say never. I'm working on something like hard to try and narrow down to certain states and give the actual guidelines to certain areas and certain avenues to make it legal. But it's extremely hard. And I really, you know what I mean? So I just want people to realize that too. Like I just try to, right now it's just try to be broad and see what you can apply. And hopefully you do your due diligence to make sure it's legal. Because like I say in all the videos, I want you to do the right thing. Like the main goal of this for us to all make more money, be more efficient, and be more safe as an industry. So then our insurance goes down.
After we answer this question, remind me to talk about, I think I have one major point. But all right, they started a business in February. Do you recommend buying tents, or should we wait to purchase tents? You need to put your order in for tents right now, because so many tent companies are ordering tents. Like some companies are 2 months behind, 3 months behind. Like you need to order
dollies, bounce houses,
because it's exploded. So like I said, we got reschedules, we got normal events this year, and we've got people who wouldn't normally be in an event venue are now switching to tents because they're afraid that their state government can cancel on them at any second. Tent companies aren't canceling on you. They're showing up Wednesday, Thursday, setting up the tent.
And there's the people with no restriction that just realized, oh, honestly, there's a bunch of people putting these tents. Oh, I can have an outside dining with no rain protection. So it's just the amount of awareness of it.
Plus, there's the long-term rentals for restaurants. There's COVID test sites and vaccine sites. There's a long waiting time for tents. So get your order in.
Copper candlestick. I think we can fix that for you. Look at that question.
Hold on, I'll get there. Justin, I just want to, not Justin, Jordan. I better see some videos on your YouTube channel that have Seamus and Ethan on there, and you better drop my name. Seco or PS dance floor. Seco is the Lamborghini of dance floors. It's the best dance floor. I just bought it this past year, and it's the most amazing dance floor ever. Go with Seco. I'm a fan of Palmer Snyder. I'll tell you every single day to order tables and chairs from them. I do have a dance floor from them. It's a dance floor they discontinued because it had some issues. I don't know what their new dance floor is like.
What are those issues?
The issues were it was kind of thin, it warped, it didn't go together so easy. Seco is super thick, all synthetic material, doesn't warp, goes together so easy. Seco is amazing. It's the most expensive, but you basically pay for it your first year. And then it's going to last you 10, 15 years. He hasn't heard from them yet. I'll call Seamus and say, listen, Seamus, call.
Come on, go back to that to keep it relevant, though. Sold out of all sorts of tenant, right at the bottom. You can make your own lighting.
You can make your own lighting, dude. You can make it. I'm gonna make a new video on lighting because my old one is I made it like in the first month or two I was doing YouTube.
It's
kind
of
of boring and dull.
Videos.
Yeah, I mean, making your own lighting is, after your first rental, it's paid for. Have you tried SnapLock? I have SnapLock, but I only have it for indoor because if you do it outdoor, you got to put down a subfloor, and that's going to take you extra time and cost you extra money to get a subfloor. I only use the 4x4 panels or 3x4 or 3x3, depending on the manufacturer for outdoor, because it kind of self-levels. If there's a dip, it kind of just goes over it. The other stuff I only use for indoor. I don't use my 4x4 panels because we don't put a tarp down or anything. We just put them down on the ground. I don't use them for indoor. For indoor, I only use a SnapLock because I can set up a 20x20 dance floor in like 10 minutes and make a whole bunch of money.
How did you line up employees?
See, NWI Tents and Events bought the cords and bulbs from my video. And I try to explain, I'm going to try to explain in my next video better how you can cut them so that if you're doing a 40x40, 40x60, 40x80, 40x100, you can just take the same box with you and not have to cut things or do things different every time. I just try to make it as easy as possible so I can just take one box that will handle any 40 wide possible. Wow, we got lots of. How do I line up employees? It's mostly friends of people that have worked or are working for me. That's how it's always been. I've been lucky. I know some people aren't as lucky, but my first year I had some people. Then a few years later, they sent their friend. Then that friend sent a friend. And I'm honestly friends with most of my employees. We mess around. We hang out outside of work. I send them.
They all see his eyes.
I send pictures of my cats. I send you a lot of business from Marketplace, A1 Century Tents and Events, Jordan. Oh, okay. Clint's your buddy. Start talking to him, Jordan.
So you want to do a half hour and we're 1 hour in. Still keep going. I'll go on forever. Let's do let's do a 24-hour live stream right now.
No, we got 28 people on YouTube. I can't tell how many people are on Facebook.
It says 12, so there's about 20. There's 16 on YouTube and 12 on Facebook. This all together.
Oh, okay. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
He says a little about SnapLock. Just sucks putting down subfloor. Yes, it does. So there's this one weekend where I ran on a dance floor and I overbooked, so I had to put my SnapLock down. But what happens is on the grass, when people step on it, there's give, and they just unsnap. We came back, and what the customer had done was taken apart our dance floor and put half over half so it didn't fall apart. They didn't say anything. They thought it was their lawn because their lawn was kind of bumpy and stuff. I didn't say anything either. But SnapLock on regular grass is horrible. You need a subfloor, and that just adds extra time, and it sucks.
I didn't say anything either.
Yeah. A lot of times I just don't say anything. There was this one job I was on where the lady, it was back when I was trying to do drapery in tents. She had ordered tulle, which is just like this thin fabric that you can see through or whatever. And I put it all up in the tent, and I put white in there. And it was when globe lanterns, paper globe lanterns were big. We used maroon and white globe lanterns because that was the color of the school. And we used white tulle. And she was so mad. She was like, no, this was supposed to be maroon tulle. Where is Adam? And I'm like, I'm not Adam, I'm Bob. Or whatever. I said my name is. You might want to call the warehouse or whatever. And I turned my phone to vibrate, and she called and got a voice message or whatever.
I did the same thing to one of my principals in middle school. He actually and my actually answering machine was because no, I was playing with my phone in class, and then he was just like like I was playing with it, like making all these noises. And he's like, and I had like a split between my pants, and I had my phone hidden there. He's like, I'll call your phone right now. I'm like, call it. I'll give you the phone number right now because I knew it was on silent. So he calls my phone, and my voicemail is, "Hey, what's up? Hello?" And he starts talking to my voicemail while I'm in front of, like, it was the worst. I was a horrible child. You want to hear something really, really wild that I love? Like, I actually like tell people sometimes it's really bad. I was the kid with a bounce house that would try and run back and forth and try to get it to tip over. I was also the kid that would shut it off while everybody else was inside it. Like my worst nightmare. Like as a child, and when I tell people that, they're like, really? Like same thing. Like you have employees, and you have mechanical bulls. I probably should have never, like, ever when I first started, like used the mechanical bull. I was so aggressive with that. I love flying people off of that. So I'm gonna freaking hammer into my employees because I had too much fun. So like, listen, I was bad.
Right. Let's get back to tents or whatever. So I will be the owner when I need to be the owner, and I'll be an employee when I need to be the employee. Like if they ask for something extra special, I'll be like, I don't know, that's not in our job description, or if there's some difficult question,
my insurance company won't let me do that.
Yeah, I say that all the time because people want us to like move things in their house and stuff. Yes. It's like, no, we're here outside to put up a tent. No, we're not moving your dresser.
That's my favorite line. My insurance company will kill me.
So when you're the business owner on the job, you can choose to be. Don't go for an ego thing. Don't be like, oh, I own this thing. Read the situation, and sometimes you're just an employee, and sometimes sometimes you're the owner. I'm a little older now. I guess I'm graying my beard, but I think it was only 5 years ago. Some dude asked me, this has nothing to kind of do with the owner or employee, but some dude was like, oh, whose daddy owns the company? And I was like, I'm the daddy. I own the company. And he was like amazed by it. What are your thoughts about auctions? I love auctions. I like in-person auctions better because you can game it. You can just do the math real quick and be like, I offer X amount. I got how many tables? I think 50 tables for $2,000 or something. It came out to like $10 to $12 a table or something. I forget what it was, but I just screamed out how much I would pay for all of them. And the auctioneer is like, he wants to get on to the next thing. So no one else wanted to, like, every one of those people only wanted 3 or 5 tables, and that takes like a half hour, 45 minutes to go through that whole process of getting through 50 tables. Yep. And I just screamed out, $2,000 for all of them. And no one was going to do anything more. I love auctions. You just got to know how to play an auction. You got to be loud. You got to scream out an amount for the entire amount. You can get a lot of good stuff. I hate the online auctions. There's an online auction right now, and I'm losing everything. This is my girlfriend.
Hey, come on, Jordan. Come on, a channel. Yo, we're doing that YouTube thing.
Movie screens. So I don't know much about movie screens, and I don't think you do either.
No, I do. What do you mean?
Oh, you do. All right, so the answer
is this movie screen. What's the best speakers to use? An easy to use projector. There's so many out there. Okay, so
all right, answer this question. I got another beer.
You can use cheap projectors if there's no lighting. It all depends on your lighting, and for movie screens, you want to have that extra layer of fabric behind it, so it has like a backing. So no light behind it ruins the image. So literally, that's what you want for a movie screen. Now projectors, they can go to extremely amount of money. The more expensive you do, and the bigger the lumens on a light bulb, than they can do during daylight. There's ways to do movies outside during the day, but you don't really have to do that. Just go for them like nighttime, overnight rentals for movie screen. I don't pick them up till the morning. I will not rent it if there's any chance of rain. And unless it's indoors. Movies are wild. Some of them, if it's X amount of people, I won't do it unless it's a manned event. And this is I don't have any movie screens. This is what my old boss used to do because I understand the problems that it could cause.
All right, so Justin, this question was asked.
A bounce house that has a movie screen on the side of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, so this question was asked on my channel, so I'm calling dibs. I'm going to find a movie projector guy and do a live with him one night. I call it first. You can do it too.
Movie projector guy, but Steve's been on my channel first, and he has the patent
for the movie,
and he has the patent for the movie projector screen. So,
okay.
Well, what do you want to? How do you feel now? No, I'm just kidding.
Here we go. There's an answer for you. You might want to check those out.
He deleted those speakers. They're pretty cheap. Speakers are speakers. I'd get something cheap with a warranty. Same thing with a generator. There's some things like if they break, they break. I rather have the warranty on it. Change them out every year. That's Walmart.
Do you know the answer to this?
What's up?
How much does a good inflatable screen cost?
No clue.
Answer?
No clue.
No clue.
Listen, I know how they're made. I wouldn't buy a cheap inflatable in general. I would have a detachable. I'm just thinking from like a manufacturer standpoint because like I think at that level I guess now, but like I want to build things. But literally, I would have it as a detachable screen. So if the screen gets dirty, you can replace it. A black outside, completely inflatable, good tie down points, stuff like that. And size is also great. I know, and like size is weird because the bigger you are, it's just a sale, I guess. But the smaller it is, and then adjusting to that size is all depending on your projector. Like some like crappy projectors are better when they're closer up, but the better projector you can put it farther away and make it bigger.
Femhi Solmaz, I probably butchered that. Sounds like you know what you're talking about. If you would like to come on my channel, if you're really good at movie projectors and rentals like that, find me on Instagram, message me. I'd love to, if you really know what you're talking about, I'd love to have you on the channel. Well, here we go.
Purchase tents.
Screens cost around $3,500. All right, guys. Where's a good place to purchase tents? So it depends. Like if you're just a bounce house dude and you're just doing a few tents, I would say tent and table.
Meh.
Hey, thanks for the chat. Hey, see ya. We still got 25 people, so I'm still going. I'm having fun. I'm drinking. But anyways, good place to purchase tents.
I'm gonna find another beer then.
I'll answer this. Go find a beer. I don't know how to make myself. There we go. All right. If you're just a bounce house dude and you're gonna do a few tents a weekend, not a lot, I would say tent and table. They're fairly inexpensive. I don't really think they have the best quality. I buy my tents from Eureka, Aztec, and Tent Renter Supply. Tent Renter Supplies in Florida. Aztec is in California, and Eureka is in Binghamton, New York. They have amazing quality. Also, Anchor Tents is a good company. So Selena Tents. I would buy it from the biggest 5 manufacturers out there. They might be a little more expensive, but I've had a 40 by 100 that lasted for 8 years. And that made me so much money because it lasted for 8 years. You buy a 40 by 80 from Tent and Table, I don't think you're going to get 8 years out of it. There's a saying, buy once, cry once. Yes, you're going to pay more money for a tent from Acre or Aztec, Eureka. But they're just going to last longer. They're better quality. They're not going to fall apart in the middle of the weekend, which has happened to people that I've known. They bought economy style tents. Economy is a brand, but I'm just saying like a lower cost tent, and it's fallen apart. The seams just ripped apart, and the entire event had to be refunded. I would just go with Eureka, Aztec, Anchor, Tent Renter Supply. I'm missing a few other big companies. Top Tech, Technology. Like the tents are important. They are the thing over the entire event. If the tent fails, it ruins everything, and you got to refund everything. So My main company is Aztec. And then my secondary company for my 20 wides, I buy everything from Eureka because that's who I started buying tents from. My 30 and 40 wides, I buy everything from Aztec. And all my frame tents, I buy from Tent Wrench Supply. Yes, this company, Miami Missionary. Miami Missionary is a kind of crazy company. They build tents in all sorts of thickness of vinyl. They have like some of the thickest vinyl you could find. And I've heard of their tents being up for years. They kind of started just dealing with churches and religious events. But then they were like, all right, let's sell to everyone. But you know, there's churches who have a tent up all year long, or church events. I'm not really religious, so I don't know. But yeah, Miami Missionary, I've heard good things. They sent me a box of their vinyl, and I mean, their vinyl is crazy. How am I liking my pop-up tent? I love my pop-up tent. My pop-up tent is from Euramax. It's a lot more expensive than just a pop-up tent from Walmart or other places. I think my pop-up tent was like $600, but I can literally grab the center of it and do pull-ups on it. My pop-up tent is comparable to a commercial frame tent. I love it. So yeah, Anchor Century Mate going on 9 years.
I really want one
pretty
too.
much new. Yes, if you buy from the big guys, yes, they're more expensive. But look, mine lasted 8 years before I got rid of it. His lasted 9 years. His is still 9 years old. And they're still going. You could buy the cheaper one and in a few years buy another cheaper one and then another cheaper one. But like, it's not making you as much money, man. You think buying cheap in the beginning is a good thing, but over the long run, when you have to rebuy that thing, it's not good. Am I letting customers pick up and set up by themselves? Do you have a price difference on your 10x10 pop-up or your 10x10 ask that customers don't care or don't know? Oh, so I'm actually going to make a video about this, but I'll answer it here. So on my website, I don't call it a 10x10 pop-up. I call it a 10x10 commercial easy or something like that. I forget. It's something like easy 10x10 commercial, so that they don't know it's a pop-up because it's literally borderline commercial. Yes, there is a price difference. My 10x10s actual frame tents are $150, and my 10x10 pop-up is $100. And yes, I have had people come pick them up. It's only happened once, but generally we just like to set up all tents. Anchor. So people are saying Anchor. Sean had originally bought, my friend Sean out in Rochester had originally bought Eureka. Then he went to Aztec, and then he went to Anchor. And basically what he does is he's on a 3-year cycle. He just gets rid of tents after 3 years, and then he just buys all brand new from a new company. Then 3 years later, he'll buy all brand new from another company or whatever. So yes, Anchor. I haven't bought anything from Anchor, but I've heard it's good. Someone asked Justin a question that's going to take a little bit.
What?
I got to pee. Someone asked him something about bounce houses. Where do I buy pop-up tents from? I buy them from Euramax.
He has a video. Go pee. He has a video on his channel about pop-ups. He actually is doing like pull-ups on this Euramax pop-up tent in one of his videos. It's actually insane.
I'm linking it right now. Not the video, just the link to their website. Yeah, it's their most. I think it's called the Beyond Canopy. I can do pull-ups on it. Any other pop-up tent is just going to collapse under me. Yes, it's called the Beyond Instant Canopy. That is commercial grade. It's insane. It only takes usually on our crews we have 3 people, no matter what. It takes a minute to set this thing up. It's crazy.
Put the cornies, carny.
You're impressed. Hey, I'm not in shape anymore, but remember those Marine things that were at concerts or whatever, and you had to do 20 pull-ups or whatever? Or the military, they had this thing, and you do 20 pull-ups, you in a sweatshirt. I could do 20 pull-ups, no problem. Now I can only do 5 or 6. Actually, whenever we set up frame tents, me and my employees always have a contest of who can do the most pull-ups. I can.
They have the punching bag at like the National Guard stand all the time at the carnival, and I'd always be working. Every time I go past it, I'd walk up and try and like do it. And I've literally put the high score on that like on multiple days and beat multiple National Guard members. Like just
Right.
boom. Like I love doing that. It's like one of my favorite things at the fair is actually every time I walk by one, it's like an addiction. Like even when I go to the arcade, they get me. They get me for $1.
Right. Yes, I have a gym in my basement. Sometimes when I'm in my gym, I'm like, I'm going to make a video, and I make the video.
He also has a coin pushing channel.
Yes. So actually, before this, I was making a coin pushing video, and I made my tower too big and too strong, and it's not tipping over. If anyone wants to go subscribe to get me to 1,000 people so I can start making money off of it, it's called Coin Pushing Craziness. I kind of pretend that I'm at a casino, but I don't say that I am.
There's a video of me getting trashed. Just like going wild over there too. If you want to see me do it, like
my girlfriend's saying I can't even do 3. I'm gonna send her a video later. Yes, I can do more than 3.
It's a fate. Do 5 on a pop-up tent.
Right.
No, honestly, I was trash doing a video on the pop-up. Like, if you really want to see it, it's actually fun. I go nuts because it's a faceless YouTube channel we don't really care about. We're just having fun. So if you like I don't know, we really like our main goal is bring value for everybody, but we like to have fun. Like we're fun people. Like we do parties for a living. Like we have to have fun. We gotta do like some cool stuff. So like it's a faceless channel. So we're just like, oh, that was wild.
Wait, why haven't you seen those vids? It's because it's a separate channel. It's called Coin Pushing Craziness. I bought a $1,500 coin machine because I saw this trend of people making coin pushing videos. And I'm like, hey, I have this bar room. A coin pusher would be cool in it. How much should I rent my mobile bar for? So I'm renting it for $600. The first year, COVID hit, obviously. But we had enough rentals to pay for the bar, pay for it. I put $1,000 into the bar, and I think I put like $1,500 into I put $1,000 into buying it and $1,500 into like making it a bar. Our first year it was going to be paid for, but people had to cancel. So I think it's like 3/4 paid for, and this year it's rented out a lot. It's paid for now. Tentland says, "Hey Adam, I think the rest of your thing didn't show." Inflatable Carnival. Is that Corny Carney? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's Corny Carney.
He believes Madeline. If you guys go to my Instagram, I will upload. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm too drunk. I will upload a video of me doing at least 5. But all right, I have to pee. Someone asked Justin a question. Like Justin can see the comments, right?
Yeah, I can see the comments.
Okay.
Ask me something, everybody.
I'm just peeing in my kitchen sink because it's right behind me.
Yeah, you're wild. His bathroom's right there. He's lying. That's horrible. Listen, I don't know. Like, this is probably the most we've played on the channel, and like ever. At least it's on his channel, not mine. But like, no, seriously, we I don't know. We have so much fun. We are party rental people. We are the party rental population. If you can't like have fun and joke around, like I don't know, you're in the wrong business. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like, seriously, I can't wait to see. Like I wish I could just tell you all my secrets right now because I would tell you like the why. Like that's why I call Adam every day because I like all my crazy ideas. I run it by him first. He's probably the first one who gets it. And there's so many cool ideas you can do in this business. Nice hat. I have checked out their full swing jackets. No. Go down. Screw your girlfriend. Go down. Myers tent. Yeah. Carhartt is the stuff. Like, hopefully I don't get like a cease and desist from Carhartt because like literally I wear their stuff so much. It's a workman's brand. Their full swing jackets, if you're up in the north, like Yeah, you get that full arm movement. They got nice, like clean looking jackets. All kind. Listen, Carhartt is that stuff. I love Carhartt.
Yeah, I'm going to the next area show basically just because I will be a mini celebrity. It's the only time people are going to know who I am.
You're going to Apple with me too, right?
Are people going to know me?
They'll know you.
Okay. Me and Justin have actually been talking about this in Niagara Falls.
Don't give it all our secrets we give out. I'm telling you.
All right.
There's no, like, I don't care. Like, there's seriously no, like, we give so much value here.
Yeah, so me and Justin have been talking about it, so that might happen in the future. Justin, question for you.
Oh, if only you have one wet and dry slide, what base would you get? What? If one wet, dry slide, what base would you get?
Is that the question about the pool versus the open thing? I don't know what that's called.
I would definitely not have a pool if it's only one. And in some states, it's not even legal for you to have a pool without a lifeguard. If that's what you're talking about. As far as colors go, gender neutral is the way to go if you're going for your first combo. You want to rent to boys and girls, and you don't want it to be themed. Just want to have a colorful bounce house. Like what? Red, yellow, and blue is like the basic colors of every bounce house. But you can get some different ones. Like I have a retro one. Wild colors, still gender neutral, still, you know what I mean? Then I have another one that rents all the time, which is a tropical one with palm trees, and that's great. Yeah, see,
we gave it away.
Right, giving it away. That's what we do. That's what we do, people. Like, comment, subscribe.
There's an event center in this town he's wanting me to buy. I think.
Do it,
Jordan. Are you buying it with all your other members of your event company? Because I know there's a bunch of people who kind of own the thing, or is this going to be you and your wife and whatever on your own? It'd be better on your own because then your rental company can rent things to your event company, but then also your event center company can make you money. Just interested to know if it's like a whole bunch of you guys going in or just you. I'm looking at more Airbnbs. There's 3 of them that I want to look at with the realtor. Basically, Utica, New York is building this huge giant hospital, and I figure if I buy a house near that hospital, then we can get doctors who are staying for a few weeks. We can get patients like wives or husbands who are staying for a few weeks or whatever. We can get people who are working, the residents. I don't know. We can just get a whole bunch. So we're looking at a few things coming up soon.
Do that tent lane question at the
Yeah,
bottom.
how are you guys handling cancellations due to COVID that's coming in?
Everybody, listen, COVID ain't new anymore.
Yeah, exactly. COVID ain't new. Basically, in every single email we send, at the bottom of every quote, the bottom of basically on everything we send to a customer, it says, just break it down. It basically says, you understand that COVID is a thing. We understand that COVID is a thing. If you're booking now, you know that this is a thing. So you could lose your 25% deposit if you cancel. Anyone who had booked before, we basically put it at May 30th. We have refunded. We actually had a phone call today. Someone had to reschedule their event because of COVID to this year. And then she called today and said, we're canceling due to COVID. And I was like, all right, well, you booked the order in February of last year. We'll refund you. But anyone who, anyone who booked after May 30th had at least 5 different things that told them, you understand the risks. You're not getting your deposit back. He's wanting to buy an Airbnb, so he owns a bunch of rental houses.
Duplexes, triples.
I think Airbnb, if you can find the right Airbnb, that's like a destination spot, whether it's in a place where there's a lot of tourism or not, if you can just find a place that people go and just literally stay there the whole weekend and go swimming and stuff.
Yo, Madeline's disagreeing with you. She says doctors already have second and third homes, but I'm going to disagree with her because you don't go for the doctors. You're going for all the residents that are traveling and training and specialized doctors that are there for the I agree with her. but like I'm also disagreeing with you because that's not the people you're renting to.
This hospital is it's a brand new. There's going to be residents who are only staying for a month or two. There's going to be I say customers because they're my customer, but there's going to be, sadly, some guy's going to have cancer getting treated for a month or two, and his wife is going to want to be close by or whatever.
Like Niagara Falls, we say Niagara Falls because it's a crap hole. Like it's straight up like the freaking scum of New York State. I have to say it's almost as bad as the Bronx. Like, it's bad. Like so, Niagara Falls, but so real estate's really cheap. But then everybody wants to go there because it's Niagara Falls. So if you get an Airbnb, you could probably book it out. That's the concept.
Are they advertising?
Everybody wants to partner up. No,
right. Are they advertising as an Airbnb for real estate? I don't understand the question, but no, these are just houses for sale. We're going to
just do Airbnb stuff. It's the same thing.
We would buy them and then just make them Airbnb. They're not advertising them as this is an existing Airbnb.
There's two different types of Airbnbs. You go Airbnb where you actually just rent it out. It's a whole house. Nobody actually lives there and you're renting out the space. Or there's people that actually live there and they're just renting out a room in their house. I lived in New York City for like 3 months doing that. And I learned a lot from the person that lived there. He was actually doing it so he could put his son through med school. Cash.
I've actually been thinking about that. I have 3 bedrooms, which are unoccupied. I was thinking about renting out a bedroom in my house for
put him to work.
No, just do a minimum of 2 weeks. Like I don't want someone who's coming in for 2 days. I want someone who's going to be working in the area or whatever. I just want to do like if you're going to book this place, you got to book Airbnb.
And if they're stuck there for 2 weeks, so I paid. This is to be real with you. Hopefully Airbnb can't see this or whatever. I don't care. Screw Airbnb. But anyways, like no, like I paid him through Airbnb for the first week, and I paid him cash directly for the rest of the months. So it was cheaper than what I would be spending through Airbnb, and he got more money because they didn't take a cut. But then you don't get the liability if you're renting out through Airbnb. If you actually get protection doing so, you don't get that protection when you do one-on-one deals with a person like that.
Right. I think we're about done. Questions aren't coming in as much as
like and subscribe. I'm giving a free water slide away.
Yeah, his channel is called Priority Rental Knowledge. Mine is the Tent Guy. What I really want, because most people, obviously everyone's already subscribed to here, go to my Instagram and I don't know if you call it subscribe or follow there. I just do shorter videos, scaring employees. There's some pictures of my cats. It's, there's gonna be some cat things because I really like my cats. My girlfriend says, nope, no more roommates. Cats are enough. No, but it's money. It's money. Okay? There's money.
Yeah, I want land to put a pole barn on. I'd rather own your own warehouse. Jeez. You're going to make money in this business, own your own stuff.
This was crazy, dude. I really thought this was only going to be like a 20-minute thing because we literally had nothing to talk about. Wait, Tentland. Tentland has a good question. It's too far.
30 wide heater.
Is it that one? Okay.
Yeah.
We already answered that one.
Do you charge more for 30 wide heater tops than your 30 wide pull tents?
Yes, a whole lot more, like double.
Frame is always more expensive than pull any day of the week.
Yeah, always rent out your frames for more, like a lot more. And don't even care about it. Because not every company in your area is going to have frame tents. There's a lot of garage people or weekend warriors, which, like I said, I hate that phrase, weekend warriors. But not a lot of companies have frame tents. So just charge what you want. Just charge what you want. Charge a crazy amount, and people still rent it. I learned that mistake because my frame tents were not that much more than my pole tents, and then I raised them by 150, and they still went out every weekend. And I was like, wow, I was leaving $150 on the table for the last 5 years. 30 weight question. Yeah.
It says Tentland, but you're installing with a 3-man crew.
Yeah,
but your 30 wides are more expensive than your 20 wides.
So ideally, you want a 4-man crew on a Keter tent, 2 to feed, and 2 to pull. But I lucked out. I had like this huge jack dude.
Me?
You took the place of the other huge jack dude.
Yeah.
Basically,
I did it myself on the other side.
You get one guy to kind of pull him through about halfway, just holding both ropes, and 2 guys feeding, and then one guy who's feeding runs over and then takes over once you're getting over the top half. You can do it with 3 people on a 30 wide. I don't know so much about a 40 wide, but yeah, we did it. The key is you need keter feeders.
Shake a little bit. Shake a little bit.
You need something ahead of the keter tent. Keter feeders. If any company you're buying your keter top from will also be able to. They don't just give them to you for free. You can buy keter feeders, $20-$30, which are a thing that attach to it, which help slide everything through nice and smooth and straight. Or my man cave. It has a gym attached. Yes, I have a man cave too. My ex-wife didn't like calling it a man cave. It was the game room.
That's why she's your ex-wife.
Yeah. How many tent jacks do I use? On the 30 by 60 frame tent, we only used 2. No, we used 2.
On a 30?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But, like, in the middle sections, you at least want one in that and then to leave 20 feet hanging.
Yeah, so we only use 2 because I only own 2, but it would be better to have 3. But you would need a 4-man crew for that for sure, because you would have 3 people doing the tent jack.
Every jack you have, you need a person on it.
Yeah. Yeah. That Maryland auction has a jumbo truck conversion 40 by 80. Yeah, I don't know about a conversion.
I've seen good and like bad things happen with tent jacks. So,
wait, who's Adam number 2?
Adam Opper.
Oh, is he NWI Tents?
No, he's this Hey Facebook user.
Oh, I can't see his name. See,
he's also the last one, the one with hair.
I always forget like who
You're the easy Adam with hair.
I always forget who owns which company and everything.
I try to like keep up with everything. It's hard. It's very hard. Be more noticeable, people.
No. Oh, okay, he's Casey. Gotcha. Do all 10 companies code their center poles? No, every single one of my 20 wide center poles is all the same length, all the same whatever. Every single 30 wide and 40 wide. The difference between 30 wide and 40 wide is there's just a 3-foot insert.
You
but
color code frame tent poles, yeah.
Yeah, and that's usually industry standard. Some of them have different colors, but green I think is, I forget. Red I think is 15 foot
long. Red is perimeter.
No, I think my 15 by 15s and my 20 by 30s they use 15 foot or 14.9 poles. I think they're red. I think my 20-foot poles are.
You're green. Going to get a color. They'll give you any color coded poles. They'll give you a diagram. Don't like. There's so many different brands. It's so hard to give a straight answer for that.
So Hector, when you buy the frame tent from the company, they usually spray paint the inside of it on the end.
And you'll know.
It's usually industry wide. It's the same thing. I know Aztec.
The longest poles you'll have will be the ones that go for the corners. Tell you that much.
Right, but they are color coded generally, and I forget all the colors, but we don't go by the color. We just can tell the length when we look at it. All right, people.
Same thing with the middle pieces too. Like I know which ones go for which tents, just because I know what takes what. Right. There's all those wild center pieces and stuff. It takes a lot of freaking know-how to do that. Come on, 24-hour live stream. Let's go.
No. And anyone, I'm sorry if I forget who owns which company. I'm sorry. I talk to so many people every day.
That's why we have the Patreon.
Yeah. Patreon. Sure. Go subscribe.
Pay us money. We're trying to get rich off you people.
No. I make enough money. Plus, I do eBay and Amazon and stuff. I make enough money. I feel
I like throwing the money back at you people just to make it more wild. Like Mr. Beast. Like they gave me that wire. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give it away.
He pays me for Patreon. Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Them good green dollar bills, y'all. No, seriously. If I ever sell anything, just like you, we seriously care about the value, like to the consumer more than we actually care about like the money. Like, yeah, we want to make sure our time has money. That's the best thing anybody could do is make sure your time has value and make money off of it. But it's not worth it if you're not getting equal or even more value. And I always try to strive for more value for the people than what I'm getting paid.
I just say I'm a douchebag who points his phone at his face, spends a few minutes editing it and uploading it. I really don't spend that much time on a video. I'm literally sitting in the warehouse and I think of an idea and I just go back into the warehouse and make it. I've always liked telling my competitors, like, no, you need to do your lights this way, or no, you need to buy this jack or this or whatever, this jackhammer or whatever. And a lot of them don't even listen to me. They think I'm like talking down to them. But I'm actually just trying to teach them how to be more efficient. Oh, let's go back to that last thing. We're going to end this video. I told you to remind me of something. Everyone that's watching probably heard me say this. When people ask you, what do? You say, I rent out party stuff. But you're not a party rental company. You may think you are, but you're not. What you really are is a material handling and logistics company. What you do every day is put stuff in trucks, put stuff in people's yards, and then the reverse. Take that stuff, put it in your truck, and put it in your warehouse. You need to become as efficient as possible in material handling. You need things on wheels. You need pallet jacks or pallet things. What are they called?
Things to lift stuff and move them around.
Yeah. You just need to get as fast as possible in loading your trucks and unloading your trucks. That is what you are. You are literally just a delivery company.
And fast isn't the only thing. Efficient is key. Because if you're moving it fast and everything's breaking, what's the point?
Right. And then logistics side, you want to make sure that your deliveries are ordered in a way where you're not going boom, boom, boom all over the place. You want to do like a little circle. So Wednesdays, you want to do the circles that make sense for those size tents. Thursdays, you want to do the circle for the tents that are going to make sense. Like Wednesdays, we put up big tents. But if 5 minutes away, there's a 20 by 20 tent that's supposed to go up, I will put up that 20 by 20 on a Wednesday. Thursday, we do medium-sized tents. But then if there's a 10 by 10 going up, next door, I will throw that on the truck as well. I don't want to be jumping around or going back to somewhere I already went. So that's logistics.
And this is different for bounce houses, though, because some things, like I told you about the thing I'm doing for the 4th of July, that's a logistics move. But you don't do that every week because it's all about usage and price point when they're jumping. Like nobody's jumping on the tents. They're made to last. Most damage caused to a tent is actually in setup and takedown. So there's a difference there with a little bit, but for the most part, it's the same thing. If you can get people to rent it longer, well, you're making more money in the setup. Like that's the same thing. A setup between a bounce house and a combo is literally the same thing pretty much, but you're getting paid twice as much for a combo.
Right. So no matter what you're in, bounce houses or tents, I know it hurts. The first few years, I didn't buy hand carts. I didn't buy jackhammers and things because they're expensive. And then I understood. I got sent an email from Tico. I signed up for Tico's mailing list thing, and they sent me an email that said, you can either buy more equipment and work longer and harder and be home for less, or you can become more efficient. You can work harder and buy more things and make more money, or you can become more efficient and make more profit. So the key, yes, it hurts to buy a $450 dolly. It hurts to spend $50.
$3,500.
Yeah, for the power ones. It hurts to buy a $4,500 jackhammer. But what it does is it gets you home earlier. It allows you to do more jobs in a shorter amount of time.
Or your employees less.
Yeah, that's a big thing. If your employees are doing steaks by hands and stuff like that, they're going to be beat. They're going to need to take 10 minutes, 20 minutes after to have some drinks and not be so tired. But if you can just have a jackhammer and jackhammer and then immediately get into the next thing, you're saving 20, 30 minutes per job. So these things, even though they cost a lot of money in the beginning, they're allowing you to either get home earlier or fit more jobs in the same amount of time that you were doing busting your butt beforehand. So you need to really, really invest in things that save you time, because you can make more profit, fit more jobs in a day. Your employees are less tired. You're less tired too. So if something seems expensive, like a jackhammer that's $3,500, $4,500, it's going to make you that money back in tenfold over the time that you have it.
And that's what's weird. Like, we, like, as YouTubers, like, as a person who's growing their channel, I don't want to be talking about where to buy this, recommend this product, buy this, buy that. But in reality, for this industry, that's what's really key, is which company is best for you, which product's best for you, because it does this, that, and the third, where it be it fits in a smaller space or it lasts longer, price ranges between the two, what's really the best bang for your buck. Like, that's the type of stuff that people are really interested in. They ask a lot about. So if I get asked 100 times where to buy this, I'll do a video on where to buy this. And I really rather not do those videos, but that's what the channel keeps coming more and more, is like a product review channel. And
well, it's not so much product review. It's like, this has worked.
I try to do everything, because
right. It's more like, this has worked for the efficiency of my company. This is what works.
Like, well, this is what I'm saying. Like, because I'm in New York, so I can only say what works for my company. But I've been around the block, per se. So I like to think of, what if I had a company in an area like Arizona or California or Florida, and I try to say, okay, well, this is what I would do here. This is what I would do there. This is what I would do there. And that's the level that we're trying to bring to this channel, because there's not one way to skin a cat.
No, there's not.
I mean? So there's so many different ways, but then there is certain tips that just start to, like, be universal to making you actually more and more efficient.
Water barrel carts. I threw this up because both of my water barrel carts I got at garage sales. One was $10 and one was $20. I was just lucky. But water barrel carts, if you're using water barrels, really help. Pricing long-term rentals.
That's perfect.
He does first rate, full week, and half every week after. What I do is I do 3 weeks at normal rate and 1 week free, which probably equals about to the same. Jordan's saying, do what makes sense for you for long-term rentals. If you rent that tent out every weekend, then it would be better for you if you didn't even do the long-term, but you can rent it long-term and not. So long-term rentals, what happens with long-term rentals is you don't have to take it up and take it down and put it up at a new person's house every weekend. So you're saving on labor, which, can be quite expensive. So what I try to do when on a long-term rental is say, hey, listen, we normally charge this amount per week, but what we'll do is we'll give you 3 weeks for normal rate and 1 week free. And I believe I end up making more money, based on the labor cost that way. And they feel like they're getting a deal because they're getting 1 week free or whatever.
What about my move? I think I have the best model for it.
What?
So I'm a small company, so I was like, okay, if I do a long-term rental, I'm going to have this tent out for the whole season. And now I'll make a bunch of money on it, but then I don't have another one. So I just quoted the company the price to buy a tent full price, like literally more than that. I charged them $2,000 more than to buy it, set it up with everything, and just set it there. Now I own even if the tops are fine. So even if the tops were destroyed, I'll still have everything else for free.
Then you just got to buy the top.
And I just buy the top. But so now I got to keep the top and all that, and I got to keep like 1 or 2 sidewalls with it too. But most of the sidewalls on it were destroyed because it was up for 3 months.
Sidewalls do get destroyed. Factor that in. Your sidewalls are going to get destroyed.
Yep.
Jordan's got 15 out. My friend, who I need to get on the channel, Sean, he's got a lot of COVID test sites and a lot of COVID vaccine sites up. He's making $60,000 a month just off of these tents up every single month. They're all state contracts and government contracts, but he's making $60,000 a month off of these tents. So long-term rentals can really be great. Just don't give too many discounts for being so long. Just give a small one. Don't get scared or whatever. They may say no, whatever. They'll move on to the next company, but there's going to be the companies who say yes.
There's money in tents, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of money in tents.
Like everybody's like, oh, I don't want to do tents. I'm like, listen, I do bounce houses because I don't care about the risk. And that's every like that's the reason that the channel is Party Rental Knowledge and not Bounce House Business Secrets or something like that.
Right.
Like, because people get scared of bounce houses. I'm not afraid of bounce houses. I'm not afraid of tents. I'm not afraid of phone machines. I'm not afraid, like you mean, a rental item's a rental item. Protect yourself, do everything right, and do the right thing. But you can make your money in whatever way, and that's what we really want to guide people is like, listen, do your own thing, do what's comfortable for you. If you're a 4'2" mother of 6, you don't want to do a 40 wide, I understand it. If you don't want to rent a bounce house, I understand it. If you want to just do decorations, that's the best. I would like to give you some value. If you want to do some yard cards, I would like to give you some value. And same thing with Adam. Like Adam, he's more niche towards tents, but his channel is other entrepreneurial things. Like he is really like and more like trying to show people how to make money and everything.
I'm not giving you my secret, but I'm basically paying my house off with this one item that I keep selling on eBay. I'm not giving you the secret until my house is paid off, and then I'll give you the secret. But yeah, I make a lot of money off of eBay.
I'm going to hear it after this is over.
You already know it. I already told you it.
Is it one of those board games?
Shh.
It's just a board game.
Yeah.
You know, did I tell you Bob's into the same thing? He's got like 2 3D printers in his office.
Oh, that's cool. I'd like a 3D printer.
It's really funny how you guys talk about the same thing.
Right.
Go compete with that. Go compete with Adam on eBay or Amazon. Come on.
No, because I'm not telling the product I'm selling.
Come on. Figure it out. You probably told it before.
No, I made a video of it. I think I did. Oh, but no one's gonna go through everything I went through to get them made. But anyways, yeah. No, I'm not.
Oh, this whole YouTube journey is just to get good on videos so we can start an OnlyFans.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to have an OnlyFans. My girlfriend doesn't want to do it though. She's not watching anymore because we already said bye. But yeah, that would be great.
All right. Come on, guys. 8 more minutes. Can we do 2 hours? Does anybody got any more questions?
All right, let's go 8 more minutes. I'm gonna pee in the sink again.
Get another beer. You didn't pee in the sink.
Dude, all right, Justin, just talk about something randomly.
He's so weird. What do you use for extra? What do you use for extra storage? Feet. She is here. That's funny. Seriously though, everybody, like this is probably one of the longest live streams we've done. Earlier they said my live stream was too short, so I guess we did a long one now. I try to give good short content. We try to do good long content. There's so many variety of people. I just try to do everything for everybody. But at the end of the day, like if you like even for a long form content, you stick around long enough, you're gonna get some value, I feel. I don't know. We really like I'm extremely serious about this. I put so much effort and time into this. It's like crazy. Come on, send us some moonshine. Let's go. I'm from Kentucky. I know what that is.
She's still watching.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. So if we do an OnlyFans, it's only going to be a feet OnlyFans. No faces.
That's hilarious.
But hey, as I was peeing in my sink, I was thinking, all right, so obviously I've been in this since 2005. I don't know, what is that, 15, 16 years? Hey, here's a cat. Everyone want to see a cat? This guy's name is Dan.
Is it the one that fetches darts? Or is it the scary one? No, it's the other one.
This is the one that likes to drink from the faucet. So I've been in this business for 15 years. It took a long time to make profit. I mean, not profit, but like a good amount of profit and get a really nice, comfortable life. I never wanted to do a video tour of my house, but if people want a video tour of my house, what being in the business for 15, 16 years can eventually get you, I'll do it. I didn't ever want to do it because I thought it would be weird. But
the amount of stuff we talk about on this channel, I think that would be fine.
Yeah.
I don't think we can get more weird than how weird we gotten tonight.
But if anyone wants a video tour of my house, I'll put it on the channel. I just always thought it was weird to do. What's your thought on mold treatment for tent tops?
Templates.
So Ship Chemicals sells a product that is supposed to keep mildew and mold off. I actually bought it and then never used it, and now it's bad. But they say like it's supposed to keep your tent from mildewing and molding for the year. It's an expensive product. I think it was $60 for a gallon. So I wish I wasted money. But I think if you order the Blitz from Ship Chemicals, that is amazing. I've had tents that were so black underneath that I sprayed and they turned completely white. Blitz is like an amazing, amazing product. Everyone should, if you're doing tents, order Blitz from Ship Chemicals.
I'm just reading the comments. I can't stop laughing.
Which one?
Do you have a urinal? Why are you peeing in your sink, darling? That's disgusting.
Because it's faster. It's literally Abraham. Yes, I have a urinal.
You're not peeing in your sink. I am. Your bathroom is right there.
I'm peeing in my kitchen sink.
If you took 5 extra steps, you go to your bathroom.
I know, but it's way faster. Yes. So the dude who built my house had 4 daughters and a wife, so 5 girls. When he built his house, he's like, I'm having a man space. So he installed a urinal in my house. So there's a urinal, which when I was younger, I always wanted one. So now I grew up and I got a house with a urinal.
Where's your urinal? Is it in your own bedroom?
Yeah, it's in my master.
I was about to say, I didn't see that at all.
So, all right, we're going to do an Adam's crib tour. All right.
So if you haven't seen the video before, too, we talked about it a couple times. I am giving that free water slide, but I really want to figure out how to do it. And, like, I don't want to do it so it seems, like, sketchy. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do it so, like, everybody thinks that, like, oh, it was obviously very fair. And I just don't, you know what I mean? I think too much about it. I don't have to justify myself, but I really like to just, like, cover my bases. And I'm really about giving value to everybody. So...
Corny Carney. This is Corny Carney. Next week I have a sailcloth tent company on, but would you like to come on the week following? I know we haven't talked that much, but I know him pretty well from his videos and stuff. And you know him pretty well.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. He's a good dude. I love good people. Like me, I'm crazy and I'm wild, but I'm a good person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what you do. Like, I'm a good person.
I hate you.
I was talking to Les earlier. He's like, Adam really loves you, don't you? Doesn't he?
Yeah. How far are stakes from poles for a pole tent? So every manufacturer will tell you what their recommended thing is.
2.5 to 3 feet.
What I do is on a 20 wide, I go 3 feet. So like 20, there's a 2 in the beginning. You add 1. So I go 3. 30 wide, I go 4 feet. 30, there's a 3 in the beginning. I add 1, 4. 40 wide, 4 in the beginning. So I add 1, I go 5 feet.
Depends on height too.
If I had a 60 wide, I would go 7 feet.
Right, Adam?
Yeah, but each manufacturer has a recommended thing, and I would say
it also depends on the height of your leg poles too.
Yeah, that matters too, because you can't be too close. Like if you're too close, actually, if you're too far away, it doesn't pull down the pole enough, and you can actually like just go over to the pole and like pick it up, kind of. So you can't be too far away. Too close is not good either. You gotta just do what the manufacturer says, and this is not. Don't like sue me if anything happens, but like just figure out what's best. 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet. That's what we do. But do what the manufacturer says, and kind of stick with that, and then you can kind of judge if that's too much or too little.
I don't measure shit. I go off my feet, and I kind of just go off eyeball, and I know what's safe off the angle of what that rope should be.
So my tent goes 3/4 of the leg height. Yeah. But I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years. I've always done 30 wide, 20 wides, 3 feet, 30 wides, 4 feet, 40 wides, 5 feet. Never had a problem. Well, I did have a problem. I had one tank come down, but that's because I wasn't using stake bars and 42-inch stakes. Once I switched to stake bars,
you overkill.
Stakes, yeah, overkill, overkill. Put stake bars and double.
But it's not extra effort when you're using a sledgehammer or a jackhammer anyway. Yeah. So it's not, you know what I mean? What's an extra, like what, maybe 8 stakes per, like what, 8 to 16 stakes per tent?
Yeah, it's not.
Even if you're, depending on whatever tent, whether it be a 20 wide up to a fucking, but a 40 by 100 or something like that, it's still only 8 extra. Oh no, because you do the center ones too. I lied. I forgot you do those too.
That's how he does it. That's how we do it. Also, 1 first digit plus 1. So I'm glad someone else is doing it the same. All right, guys. This is the longest one I ever did, and I literally thought this was going to be a 20-minute one because we had nothing to talk about. This was fun. I liked it. Yeah. I'm
like and subscribe.
And people, I live in Utica, New York. This is the beer I drink, Utica Club. You can only get it.
Buffalo.
They make Saranac as well.
Big Ditch Brewing.
And if you guys ever visit, if anyone visits me, I take you out to dinner and I buy you
7-2
Utica greens and chicken riggies. When Justin came, what did you get? The riggies?
I had both. They're just generic. It was honestly like, wow, this is your hometown fancy stuff. Like this is what you're gonna.
Utica greens.
No. I've been to a lot of places, and they give me some cool stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Your hometown, like, oh, we do this here, was pretty basic and kind of like, okay.
Well, wow, greens are awesome. You said you liked the Utica greens.
They're good food, but I've had way better stuff other places. Like,
no, Utica greens are awesome. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut
up. Don't talk shit about Utica greens.
No, Utica greens are awesome. Utica chicken riggies are kind of basic, yeah. But Utica greens you can't get anywhere else. So in Utica, New York, you can only get Utica Club, Utica greens, chicken riggies, and tomato pie, which sounds crazy to people. Tomato pie is this weird version of pizza. You might think it's like a round pie or whatever. Tomato pie is only around here as well. He's from upstate New York. So all I gotta say to that is your Utica greens is buffalo wings. Yeah.
Oh, buffalo wings. What do you gotta say to that?
This is the cat who likes to fetch.
Buffalo wings.
Oh my God. My girlfriend is saying I agree. I bought her greens and riggies this past weekend, and now she's gonna crap on them. No, you guys are crazy. So this is the cat who likes to fetch. I throw a ball for him and he brings it back to me. This is Sam. For anyone who doesn't know, I love cats.
Bro, Bob's cat is adorable. It was sleeping with me for like 3 nights that I was there. It just kept sleeping on my head and stuff like that. And it was so I love cats when I get to touch their tummies.
I'm touching his tummy right now. What's this? People can put emojis on? What is that emoji?
Yeah, it's a beer. Cheers.
Oh, that's a beer. Yeah, I'm 5 beers in, or this will be the 5th beer. All right. We made it 2 hours. I'm not going to say let's make it a 3. We're done. Even though
24 hours.
There's 20 people watching.
So what point do we do a 24-hour live stream?
Oh, let's see. Wait. We have Derby pie and mint juleps. So I've had mint juleps.
I've never heard of any of those.
Mint juleps are really good. I've never had a Derby pie.
I love traveling, man. Don't get me started. We can do a whole traveling channel.
Whenever I go places, I ask, what is the thing that you can only get here? And in Rochester, it's garbage plates. Buffalo.
You get garbage plates in Buffalo.
Can you? Because it moved. Things are traveling out. But Rochester, Nick Tahoe.
Same thing with boss sauce. Dude, I had boss sauce in Utica. or not Utica, in freaking Boss Sauce is a Rochester thing, and I'm almost positive they stole it for freaking Salt Lake City.
Oh, okay.
It was, yeah, I just had it over there, and it was the same thing as Boss Sauce. I was like, wow.
All right, we're losing people, so we're done. We said
Whatever.
2 hours.
We kept saying goodbye like 3 times.
I know.
You guys are all the real people that are staying now.
Next time, that's just you and me. We'll say 3 hours, and then we'll end. Then we won't have to say bye to a bunch of people.
I keep saying bye every time. You want to keep seeing us talk? Listen.
No, I'm done.
If you haven't figured out, like, if you've been on the phone with me, I talk. Like Adam talks.
Justin talks so much. I have to say, yo, dude, I'm trying to work out. Leave me the F alone.
But listen. But I have that value though. He'll be like, "Oh, stop talking to me," but then ask me 3 more questions.
Right. I don't like. The only time I send Justin a voicemail is if I'm hanging out with my girlfriend.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Or actually, because of winter, Justin thought he could call me whenever, and he calls me at 11 a.m. and I'm like, I'm freaking working, and I send him the voicemail then.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll call him whenever. I just like, I need to talk. Like, dude, when I call, there's some wild stuff happening, or I have like a wild thought most of the time, right?
Right.
And you do the same thing with me, and most is like, oh wow.
Yeah. I like to get into personal shit with you though too.
Oh, yeah, we're friends. Like, listen, we're friends. We like. I told Les today. You know what I mean? Like, I'd probably kill for you, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you're a good friend.
And
don't use this in court.
You're 6'5" and 350. If I need you to kill someone, I'm going to call you.
Yeah, at least I won't complain about how heavy the body is.
All right, let's end it there.
Let's go before we incriminate ourselves even more.
Thank you for watching. For anyone who's been here this whole time. Oh my God, I'm going to put this up.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah. But anyways, anyone who's still here, if you want to see my eyeballs on my rear end, I will put it up tomorrow. I will have my office manager take a picture.
I'm done. Bye.
Please subscribe to my Instagram, follow or whatever. But all right, guys, Justin already left. Thanks. 2 hours and 8 minutes. This is the longest one. I had fun. This was cool. You guys have fun? All right. Next week, we're talking about Sailcloth Tent Company. Exclusively Sailcloth tents. That's all they do is Sailcloth tents, farm tables, and high-end furniture. So if you want to know about Sailcloth tents and not hear it from a manufacturer, but hear it from an actual person who is a company that does that, tune in. Thanks for watching.